This is one of those moments where small details reveal everything you need to know. In this video, we're breaking down the subtle signs she wants you to notice her. The quiet signals, the body language, and the little behaviors most people overlook, but that speak volumes if you know what to look for. These aren't obvious moves. They're intentional, subtle, and easy to miss. But once you see them, you can't unsee them. Let's dive in. Sign number 1, the done text dabei ambay, the I didn't see you there act. Gentlemen, this is one of those subtle things that feels small but actually says a lot. You know, she might walk past you like she's completely in her own world, not even looking your way. And then a second later, she suddenly notices you and reacts. Maybe a quick smile, a soft, oh, hey, or a slight change in her expression. It's not that she truly didn't see you. It's more like she chose the moment to notice you. That pause creates a tiny spark instead of just a normal, forgettable interaction. In simple terms, she's turning something ordinary into something that stands out in your mind. In psychology, this kind of behavior is linked to impression management, where someone subtly controls how and when they're perceived to create a certain effect. It can also connect to attention-seeking behavior, but in a soft, indirect way. Instead of being obvious, she's creating a moment that feels natural yet still gets your attention. Number 2, the quick glances she throws when she thinks you're not looking. Sometimes the quickest glances can reveal the most hidden feelings. The quick glances she throws when she thinks you're not looking often come from curiosity, interest, or even a quiet crush she's not ready to show openly. For instance, in a meeting, she might look up from her work just to check what you're doing, then immediately look away the second you turn your head. In a group of friends, while everyone is talking, her eyes might drift back to you again and again, almost like she's naturally drawn in your direction. If you're across the room, she may steal a glance, then pretend to be busy on her phone or in conversation when you notice. Even in passing moments, like walking by each other, she might take a fast look at your face, then keep moving like it didn't mean anything. These glances are usually brief, almost accidental looking, but when they happen often, they're rarely random. It's her quiet way of paying attention to you without making it too obvious. Third, the movement becomes a little more calculated. This is one of those patterns that most people overlook completely, right? Let me explain. When a woman becomes more aware of how she moves around you, her actions start to look more controlled and intentional. Instead of moving without thinking, she begins to adjust herself in small ways, like standing a little straighter, slowing down their walk, or positioning themselves in a way that keeps her visible. For example, she might fix her hair more often when you're nearby, smooth out her clothes, or make small adjustments to her appearance without making it obvious. Even the way she sits can change. Maybe she becomes more composed, crosses her legs neatly, or avoids fidgeting like she normally would. These subtle changes show that she's paying attention to herself in a different way, making her movements feel more thoughtful and deliberate when you're around. 4, the outfit upgrades around you. I know it might seem small at first, but pay attention to how she dresses when she knows you'll be around. It's not like she suddenly shows up overdressed or trying too hard. It's more subtle than that. Her outfit just looks a bit more thought out, a bit more put together, like she added that extra touch on purpose. Maybe her hair is done slightly nicer, her clothes fit better, or she just looks more intentional overall compared to other days. It's the kind of change you don't notice immediately, but you feel it. That's usually not random. In psychology, this falls under impression management, where someone adjusts their appearance or behavior to influence how they're seen. It can also tie into mate attraction signaling, where people naturally try to present the best version of themselves around someone they're interested in. She's not saying anything directly, but her effort is doing the talking for her. Number 5. Way done sama high 5. The way she lingers when it's time to leave. Goodbyes don't always end when the words are said. The way she lingers just a little longer when it's time to say goodbye can reveal more than anything she's willing to admit out loud. Instead of leaving quickly like everyone else, she started the nows, instead of whilst she slows things down. Maybe she keeps the conversation going for a few extra seconds, asks one more small question, or hesitates before turning away. You might notice she takes her time gathering her things or walks a little slower beside you as if stretching out the moment. Sometimes she'll look back after saying goodbye or give a smile that lasts just a bit longer than usual. In group settings, she may be ready to leave, but somehow stays until you're done talking, almost like she doesn't want the connection to end just yet. Even something simple like a drawn-out bye or a soft laugh before she goes can carry meaning. It's not always obvious, but that extra pause, that slight delay, is often her quiet way of saying she enjoys being around you, and she's not in a hurry for it to be over. 6. The sounds of her laughter becomes louder. Some moments don't need words to speak for themselves. Yeah, this is one of those things where her actions say more than anything she could ever explain. The sounds of her laughter becomes louder when you're around, almost like she's turning up the volume just enough to make sure you hear her. So guys, it's not just about laughing more. It's about how her energy shifts, how her laughter carries further, and how she seems to enjoy the moment a little more when you're part of it. You might notice that she laughs a bit longer at your jokes, even the simple ones. It's subtle, but it creates a kind of presence that naturally pulls your attention toward her without her needing to say a word. 7. The subtle attempts she makes to stand out in a crowd. This is the oldest trick in the book. You walk in a room, then suddenly she slightly shifts her posture, sits up a little straighter, or adjusts her stance so she's more visible in your line of sight. Or you might notice her choosing moments to speak when she knows you're listening, even if she normally stays quiet around others, or adding just a bit more energy to her voice when she's near you. Sometimes it's in the details, the way she fixes her hair, smooths out her outfit, or makes small adjustments to look more put together, especially when she realizes you're around. In a group setting, she may position herself closer to you without making it obvious or find natural reasons to be in your space, like standing nearby during conversations or subtly aligning herself with your group. None of these actions scream for attention on their own, but together they create a clear pattern. She's making a quiet effort to stand out just enough so that you notice her presence without her ever having to ask for it directly. Number 8, the indirect conversations pops out often. This final sign is easy to miss, and it's one of those things you only notice if you're paying attention. Instead of coming up to you directly, she'll talk around you, like joining a conversation you're already in, speaking to your friends while clearly aware that you're listening, or saying things just loud enough for you to hear. Sometimes she might even bring up topics she knows you'll react to, almost like she's inviting you in without actually asking. It feels casual on the surface, but there's intention behind it. She's creating an easy opening so you can step in without the pressure of her making the first move. Dandi dadapon ambay. In psychology, this connects to indirect communication, where someone expresses interest in a subtle, low-risk way, and also social proximity behavior, where people place themselves in situations that increase the chances of interaction. It's her way of getting closer to you without making it obvious. And that's how you start noticing the signs most people miss. The key is recognizing the patterns and not overthinking what you see. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.